In the Lost Lands, the newest action film out on the big screen. Let's talk about it. So, the newest action film on the big screen is In the Lost Lands. Now, oh boy, I don't even know where to begin with this movie. I honestly don't. This movie is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm gonna be honest, it really is. And look, I don't know why I expected this could have been good. I really don't, because you look at who's directing it. Paul W.S. Anderson, the guy that did all the Resident Evil ones, the guy that did Monster Hunter, the guy that only ever cast his wife in the movies. Yeah, that guy. So I don't know what I was expecting, but hey, I was like, Dave Bautista, man. I love Dave Bautista. I think he's getting better and better. I now question why he chose, like, did he just do this for the bag? Feels like he just did it for the bag, because it was awful. I mean, from every standpoint, it was just awful. I sit there and I wonder to myself, how did this movie get made? Who approved this? Who sat there and was like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do this. I mean, look, I'll be honest. This is what it felt like. It felt like you took the movie Priest, with Carl Urban and Paul Bettany. Grab that movie, that sort of world with like the priest, the church and everything like that. Grab that. Grab the Book of Eli. Chuck that in here as well, Wasteland, sort of like that. Chuck in Mad Max as well, a bit of like that. And then we'll just chuck in all these other elements of like apocalyptic stuff and chuck it all into one movie. That's what it felt like. Except, holy moly, the script is awful, man. This, I honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly what this movie is about because it's just got plot lines everywhere. There is a plot with the church trying to overthrow the people. There's a thing with the Queen trying to take over everything as well there. You've got the stuff with Dave Bautista's character that is happening. You got you got the main witch character. You got her thing that she's going on this quest. You've got these people that are trying to stop them. You got just so much crap going on that there's no time to breathe. It's only an hour and 43 minutes long, something like that. And there's so many things jammed in. It's as if they were like, we want to make a franchise of this, but I don't know if we can make multiple movies of this, so let's jam everything into it. And it's awful. It is just all over the place. It's so bad that there's a point where a twist happened. And you sit there and you're like, what? That is so out of the blue. Like, it's just, hey, look, we need a twist. How can we do it? Yeah, let's just do this. No build up, no nothing, nothing ever adds to it. And you sit there and you're like, oh gosh, here we go. This twist is like, okay, whatever. It's just one of those ones where it doesn't make sense. The twist doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, you didn't develop it. Like, it would make sense if you develop it, but they don't develop it in this movie. They really don't develop anything. They don't develop the characters. Oh, man, the ending makes fucking zero sense. It makes absolutely fucking zero sense. None of this movie makes any sense. And you know what's even worse? I'll tell you what's even worse. Bad CGI. Like, I mean awful CGI. The close-ups of the shots, you can tell that they're green screen. But man, I am so sick and tired of the movies that have freaking glare of every single thing. It's not pleasant to watch on screen. There's so much glare. And it is whatever filter, color grading, or whatever the fuck they used in this movie. It was one of the worst palettes I've ever seen, man. It was grey, dark, disgusting. And I was sitting there, I was like, there's nothing vibrant about this. There's nothing like, I get it, it's a post-apocalyptic world and that. But at least make it watchable. And I kid you not, about 4 people in my theater yawned during this movie. They yawned during this movie. It's boring. The action is choppy. You're in mid-fight and then it cuts and it's like a close-up falling over here. Like, it cuts away from the action, so the action's not even clean. There is literally nothing in this movie that makes me want to go back and watch it. It really doesn't. The characters are fucking awful as well. I do not care about them at all. They are so one-dimensional that it is frustrating. So frustrating. But again, like, it goes back to me. What was I thinking with Paul W.S. Anderson directing? I mean, the acting is bad. It's really bad. It's one of Dave Bautista's worst movies I've seen him act. He tried. The material isn't great that he has, but it just kind of feels like he was just doing it for the bag. Miller, however you say her name, is awful in this movie. I mean, her acting is awful. I don't buy any of it. You know, he tries to create this badass witch female that's really cool in action and stuff like, you know, typical. It's literally like the same fucking character from Resident Evil and Monster Hunter put into this movie. It's like, can we show some range? Can we show a different character? Can we do something different? No, we'll throw the fucking same shit in here. It is so fucking bad. It really is. And, oh, man. Just, it's awful, man. I don't know how else. The dialogue is, oh, man, the dialogue. Oh, man. Look, I honestly believe I can write better dialogue than that. I honestly do. You know what? I honestly think majority of us can write better dialogue. I think majority of us can actually write a better story than this, because there is no fucking story in this one. It's just awful. It's just, oh, man. How does it get made? Honestly, how did this get made? I sit here and wonder. Is there a redeeming quality in this movie? Let me think. Is there anything in this movie where I go, oh, yeah, that's actually really, really good? The only thing that I can grab onto of any positivity is the world's interesting. I will say that. The actual world itself with the creatures were interesting. But that's about it. And you know what? They didn't even bother developing that. They literally go from one, like, they talk about, oh, these lost lands, man. These lost lands, they're dangerous, man. You struggle. There was like one scene in here where they encounter these beasts, these creatures. One time. Other than that, I was kind of like, this doesn't seem that bad. This does not seem that bad at all. The only problem is the people chasing them. That's it. And how they all die is just like, oh, okay. You know, they pay up this whole big revenge thing that's going to happen, and then it's just like, this happens. It's like, okay. Oh, man, it's just, yeah. Look, don't go watch it. I'm going to be honest. Don't go watch. Don't waste your time. It's really, really fucking bad. And, you know, I'm always advocating to go and watch movies and give it a chance. Don't give this a chance. Don't, like this. Look, okay. If you are going to see this movie, and you're over 21 in the States, or over 18, whatever the legal age of drinking is in your country, this movie probably better drunk. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. So let me know what you guys think. If you have seen the movie, let me know what you guys think. You guys obviously know my thoughts. Smash yours. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.